Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Game 2 for the second game in the third ever EAL playoffs. Once again, CasualCutie, Victor, Dooby, Skip. We're here to bring you draft for Game 2, and I think we're going to have to look for RT to make a few adaptations on their side in order to look for the win.
Yeah, I mean they're playing for their tournament lives, and they've picked red side again, so they clearly value the counter picks. But
Yeah.
I mean,
We
I
get to see
expect an
them,
ASOL ban this time, but
yeah.
maybe they think they've got another pick into it.
And
But
bans have started
okay,
coming
quite
through.
luck.
We see a Riven ban, and we see a Lulu ban, a Zed ban. It looks like TEG are looking to run back the bans a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean it's exactly
Versus
the same bands as last time so far. Lulu, Zed, Corki, and it looks like it's going to be Riven, Lucian, and Nautilus, which are exactly the same bands as last game. So ASOL is still open.
lane through the ASL there. I'm not sure. We talked about how that might be what they want to
Oh,
look for, but
okay, they
Kiana
switched it
ban
up to
said
Kiana ban.
that. I guess
So
that
yeah,
makes decent amount of sense there. Kiana
oh,
was
yeah.
very good at making use of those resources that have been gathered by ASL, like the flash advantages. Obviously, ASL was 0 kills for the start of that game, and I hope RT can identify that the ASOL being 0 kills doesn't mean he wasn't impactful and his roams weren't like winning his team the game.
Yeah, I mean, the tax evasion game did first pick Kiana last game, so I understand. And both junglers do play it, so it's a bit of a self ban as well. But they picked the Ezreal, which tax evasion game played last time as well, and they looked good on it. But it looks like we're getting some changes now. Volibear, which I think will probably be in the jungle. I think EGRILL has played it before.
A little bit more, I don't know, like, I feel like Volibear has like a little bit of more of a simpler game plan than Zinzao, in the sense that
Yeah,
he can like, you just want to dive turrets with that champ, right? Zinzao's like, you got to be a little bit more, they're very similar, to be honest, but it also does give you a little bit more AP damage, but
that's true.
I'm not sure how
And
much that is.
Volibear's is a bit stronger early duels, but scales obviously a lot worse. And they pick Ziggs, which it'll be interesting if Virus plays the Ziggs, because he
That's
hasn't
going mid
played it
lane.
so far this tournament. So it's probably Zoltar. Yeah, it's probably Zoltar who does play a lot of mages normally.
Yeah. Perhaps
So
not looking to dive onto this Aurelion Soul, but rather just outpush and punish him a little bit more. Because we talked about punishing the A-Soul and how Echo wasn't able to kill him, so you can really punish him. And even though he got like a little bit of a CS lead, A-Soul still was picking up gold. Perhaps if you can deny even more CS by shoving it under turret, it can be a pseudo counter pick, I guess.
yes, and we see the Nautilus now, which was bad last game. So clearly high priority on Nautilus, and we'll see if they pick ASOL. The Ziggs is still a flex, right? It could still go bot lane, but we expect Zoltar to play. But Talon,
Talon, ooh. If you can't
ooh,
get Kiana, Talon, the other flavor of the month champion right now, super strong
yeah,
AD assassin in the jungle, gonna be. We have to see some AP mid. We have to see what mid gets picked up here for tax evasion gaming. Sorry if you see me glance to the side. As said, my computer blew up. I'm kind of running two screens right now, but no, we're gonna have to see if this Talon can make the same sort of plays that Kiana was able to last game.
yeah. I mean, this is some really exciting jungle picks by Tax Officer, who hasn't played jungle for this team before. So, but I love the talent. You can roam really well, and they
Talon's
pick a
gonna jump
Bard answer as well. Bard
Talon
support.
collects. Yeah, but I don't know. When I see Nautilus and when I see Talon, I'm not feeling the Bard so much. Bard has 450 base health or something, right? Like,
Yeah.
he is very, very squishy early on. Obviously, you've got like great roam potential, but I feel like that's somewhat muted because Talon has the backflip, the parkour over the walls, and is probably able to match the Bard roams.
But
So he's
maybe that's why you picked the Bard to try and match the roams, because last game they really got out roamed on the map, and Bard can do that. And also, this might mean Ziggs goes bot lane, because Ziggs can 1v2 really well as well. So,
we'll have to see how the crowd.
but we'll have to see. And Yone and ASOL banned. So, yeah,
I do like the ASL ban
the
there.
solo
Both,
lanes were a real problem last game, and they banned them both out, which I like.
I do like that. I think that's smart. I'm picking up the Syndra here. I feel like Syndra is pretty blindable. And also, if the Talon were to go mid, I feel like Syndra with Scatter the Weak can somewhat deny his engage, because it's unlike Zed or something, Talon has to go forwards into you with his Q, right? So
Yeah.
Syndra would deny that a little bit. Swain being picked up.
Yeah, Swain. Wow, this is going to be a Swain mid. I'm pretty sure. Friedoline has played the Swain mid before, and they get the Camille, which I think is one of Gerry's most played champs, and it was banned last game. And he picked the Yone, but this time the Yone's banned, so he goes for the Camille. So again, they've got really, really strong side laners, especially late game. Swain late game in a side lane is really scary. His lane is pretty awful, but
Fiora coming
oh,
out potentially.
the Sylvcast. Oh.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Game 2 of the EAL Game 2 of Match 2 of the third EAL playoff. Today, this is Game 2 of TEG versus RT. With TEG having picked up the first game, RT suddenly need to strike back in this match if they want to keep their tournament hopes alive.
Yeah, and we immediately have to talk about the Summoner Spells top. TP Ignite on both of them. They are going for the solo kills. They want to fight. They want to get kills. I love to see it.
Both of those people came up with their goddamn pancakes. They're going to flip it as much as they can, I think. Hopefully, they're flipping heads rather than flipping burgers, is all I'm going to say.
Yep, and we've also got to note there's an Ignite on Friedoline. And he had it last time, but he was playing ASOL. So maybe the rotations will be slightly harder because there's a TP advantage mid lane, but also there's 2 TPs on the ADCs. I love it. They know exactly what their job is. They're solo laning, the supports are leaving, and they just need TP to join or to TP back to lane if they need it.
They're just going to be chilling, I feel.
Oh.
No solo bolos, though, I doubt.
No, I don't expect that.
Also, no early invades from either side. Tax Officer TG taking red, going into the Raptor camp, is going to make it to that top side scuttle first. We'll have to see who gets priority in the mid lane and who gets priority in the top lane.
Yeah, I especially want to see how this Swain lanes, because Swain is not normally a very good laner, and of course there's going to be trading topside, because we're going to get constant trades topside with these 2 champs.
Wave is in favour of Sylvcast at the moment, though, so I think you've got to be quite careful if you're Gerry the Larry.
Yeah, no, it looks like they're getting pushed in all their lanes, and I think Volibear might just go for red into Scuttle, which looks like what's happening, so he'll get to Scuttle on spawn. And jungler should be at the same level, and Sylvcast is going for an early ward. I like this.
Oh, but he is spotted out. That's kind of they do know that they have the early ward. Perhaps Tax Officer TG looks for this play. It's got the level advantage. No, it doesn't quite fancy it. I feel like he's go for that.
Yeah, no, Sylvcast is going back to the wave. He doesn't have a ward. He didn't get to see Tax Officer do this.
Oh, the parry misses. Tax Officer TG's got to hit the point and click Q.
No flash on Sylvcast as well.
And the damage comes through. The Ignite comes through. Volibear tries to make something happen mid on the other side, but is not able to do it. And Sylvcast is stepping too far forwards, not respecting the jungler, thinking he was safe staying that ward, but Talon has the parkour skills.
Yeah, he forgot about the parkour. It's normally a really good ward, but yeah, against Talon, he can just jump over the wall. But they see Talon taking this crab very slowly, and
they know they can't do anything about it, just because it's top priority.
Yeah, but Volibear's going to sprint down to
that Nautilus was not legal. That was non-Euclidean. Does land onto the RTME machine, but they're too low from being poked out here, I think, to actually look for this fight.
Yeah, xthexbeast is very low, meme machine is low as well, but on Bard you do have the sustain with your well, it's not the hot chocolate on this skin, but another great hook.
Really, Schuldenboy doing his best to save this lane, even though Ezreal's getting super poked out. He does have the TP. Now, what I want to see, Schuldenboy go to a different lane, keep in those magical hooks, keep in those insane flips, try and maybe snowball Gerry the Larry's advantage further.
Yeah, but you see Bard's got time to move now, because Ezreal had the back, so you've got to be careful mid lane, where they see the Bard, but and the wave is in good position for Friedoline. And I think he's a bit of CS down, but I think Swain is a tough mid laner to lane with, so I think he's doing quite well.
Yeah, he's certainly trying his best. Honestly, difficult champion play anywhere but support, but he's managing to obviously falling down behind a little bit in CS, but could be worse.
So we see the cull on Ezreal. He really knows not much trading is going to happen, but Ziggs is low mana.
Double stack
Ziggs has the back. But you see the CS difference top. It's painful. You fall behind in this match. We said this matchup was flip, and it looks like it was some burgers for Sylvcast. Unfortunately, the wave is frozen, but Talon is bot side, so Sylvcast especially wants but an engage.
It's this chunky trade. That's the sheen on the. That's the power of the sheen on the Camille, right? Just there, being able to whack him and whack him. Super high damage. Talon looking for this dragon. Schuldenboy is able to move up. Bowling does have priority. And Volibear just hasn't been able to impact the map at all. It's really not what you want to see when you're playing Volibear jungle.
Yeah, no, it was the late back from Ziggs, which means that Ezreal gets priority. And I mean, we just saw Fiora back after that trade against Camille, and she's losing so much farm. The freezes and here, and Volibear's only now coming topside, but Volibear has no camps, so Volibear has to side. Do you break the freeze for your top laner and get pretty much nothing in return and fall further behind in the jungle matchup? It looks like that's what's going to happen.
I mean, he doesn't have any camps up. His Krugs will come up soon. I think it's fine to break the freeze up here, but still. Like, unfortunately, since the rework, Volibear cannot flip the lane anymore. He does not have the flip on his Q, it's just a stun. Right. That's a 2-level advantage. 2-level advantage to 6 minutes. That's so sad for Sylv. The damage is insane. I feel like he'd even look for the 1v2 if they try and do anything here, if they don't respect it at all. And with tax opposite TEG on the side, you know, it would be seen out, he would be spotted out on the ward, but just being able to threaten that.
Yeah, they've now broken the freeze, so Sylvcast is going to try and get it back in, and he should be able to get back to the wave beforehand, because Camille's wave clear is very bad. You know, she's got no AoE damage, so it's a good job. They broke the freeze. Sylvcast can now lane, but of course you've now got the risk of getting dove, because there's a big wave arrive into your tower.
I mean, can you lane when you're 30 CS down versus the Camille? When you've got 19, enemy Camille has 54. Do you remember last time?
I mean, the item difference is not big, right? You go look at the items. There's a massive level. There is a massive level difference, and Talon is looking for the dive, but Volibear is near.
Getting out. Volibear shows a little bit too early there, I feel. Do you remember what happened last time? Still laned against the Camille. It doesn't really matter, because our team Evasion is looking for a gank bot side. Ziggs ult connects onto no one. xthexbeast is trying to hide it out, doing some alcove gaming here. May be able to make it out, but is stunned by Scatter the Weak, and is going to have his health bar scattered down to 0 by the Syndra ult.
Yeah, no, it's a good play by Syndra. She gets priority in her matchup, and she roams down. I really like this, because you need to get wins somewhere, and you're not getting wins top lane. So roam down bot lane. Unfortunately, Ezreal's got TP, so he TP's back to lane, and he doesn't lose much.
Look at how long Volibear's just been sitting in that one bush. Past 30 seconds. That's so sad. Not only is Fiora falling behind the CS, there's almost as much of a CS difference in the jungle. Even though his red buff was right there, Talon was able to go and get it, especially with the support from Friedoline in the mid lane.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what happened. Syndra roams bot lane, so Talon gets to go into top jungle, and it's now going in a Rift Tower, and Volibear's so far behind, and Volibear still feels like he has to pass top lane, because Fiora's wave is going to freeze again soon. It's a disaster top lane right now.
That's right. None of us find it. But I don't think it's going to freeze anymore now that it's been sufficiently tagged down by Gerry to Larry. But perhaps Gerry's looking for the TP bot lane. He doesn't actually have it, I lied, but the fight on in the mid lane, Syndra getting caught out by the Swain W, both flashes blow, and the Swain ult just tears her down.
We have a solo bolo in the mid lane. It's a great job by Swain. You know, you have the ignite, and you have the kill pressure, and he goes for it, and he gets the kill.
I think the camera cut away from that Camille piece just to like save her a little bit of dignity. But no, you were saying earlier. Well, we can't talk about it now because maybe our team Machine sets a little bit too far forward since the Nautilus gets taken down. Flash for Virus here. Q comes up soon for Nolly. Ultimate going down. Neither nor Q connects, but he dies. He still falls to the point and click. And that's 2-1 in the bot lane.
Yeah, they're losing all over the map right now.
Fiora gets assassinated by the Talon on the opposite side of the map as well. The Ego Uwu may be looking for the beast. He will have his arcane shift up soon, but when you get hit by the volley ultimate like that, he got nowhere to shift to. He's being shifted back to the fountain.
Yeah, it's a bit of a consolation prize bot lane, but yeah, Fiora dies. they again lose such an early top tower, 5 plates into this Talon and Camille, and it's not going to get better for Fiora. You know, this Camille still hasn't based since the first kill, and since then she's got an assist and 5 plates and the first tower.
And she's still hard winning these fights.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
no.
is so painful.
I like Talon here sitting top, expecting a sort of roam or a Volibear jungle gank, just taking the reset, making sure that Gerry can shove that wave in safely.
Yeah, and especially Talon bases now, and all his jungle camps are up. He gets to farm everything, and he's already got a farm lead. Because I think probably THICC. I mean, I don't know if they had vision on Talon that he spent all that time top lane, but there was definitely a chance to invade bot side, especially when Ezreal and Nautilus both died. But it hasn't been taken, and now Talon gets to farm his entire jungle.
He doesn't even get this dragon here. Talon is on the bot side, looking to get this dragon run. The ult goes wide from the bar. That's so sad to see. So there's the Swain hook, but is going to get slowly poked down here. Doesn't have the stopwatch to save himself. Ult will not do enough. But here is Camille. A lot of damage. I think you can't see it, but Camille has the Trinity Force already, or a Sheen item. I think you can. No, it's Trinity Force. You can see it in her hands.
The Bard portal is.
It's. Oh god, it's so sad. Nothing seems to be going right with the side of RT here, and they're just forced off super hard. Getting that mythic complete on that Fiora on the Camille is so much pressure. Yeah, look, and the boots as well. Christ.
Yeah, it's really sad. The Bard portal is really good, but there's another fight mid. Oh my!
It was half the health bar with just a single Q2.
Oh, it's just the sexier version of a Cho'Gath Q there on Syndra. And she dies.
Speaking of dying, Virus is getting a little bit engaged on by the Beast. Doesn't look like they have the tools to continue following. And for EGRILL, Uwu is coming down. Maybe they could look at something on the weaker bot lane. We'll have to see. Over the wall perhaps with Volibear. But no, the wave is just there, like a couple of seconds too late. Doesn't matter. Bar portal's coming through. Ulti comes through for Nautilus. Super good disengage. I don't see how they get called out here. Yeah, the Naut ult there just catches both Meme Machine and EGRILL Uwu on the same ult, and they just can't continue. All their engagements stopped.
Yeah, no, it's a great disengage by Nautilus, and they just can't get anything done, but there might be a fight around mid.
That's a lot of damage coming down from Talon. There's 3 members. Can Talon parkour over the wall? Doesn't want to do it. W comes down, a little bit of poke coming through, but nothing else seems to want to be extended from there.
I mean, Tax Evasion Gaming are taking any fight they can, and I mean they're right. You know, they've got 4K gold lead in 13 minutes, or a bit before 13 minutes. I mean, almost every lane's ahead. Maybe this Ezreal isn't too far ahead, but that's fine because Swain, Talon, Camille will definitely make up for the damage.
Does once again take away EGRILL's Uwu's red buff here. Oh, is looking to take it away. Sorry, I couldn't see on the map there, but with
looks like she will get it.
Yeah, he resets rather than tries to test it. Nautilus flex back forwards, hook connects onto Meme Machine, bounce back from the explosive satchel, does get hit by the bomb, exhaust gone down. Ezreal caught up by the bottle, absolutely destroyed by the stun there. Speak of destroyed, that was 1 Q. That was 1 Q. That was 1 Q onto Fiora.
Oh yeah, the Cho'Gath Q cooldown needs to go up a bit because it is too low right now. But a great double kill by RT's bot lane. Virus and Meme Machine are showing up again. But another fight.
But no, just gets jumped on by the Talon. If they were able to pick that up, it could have been worse. But no, just unable through the Swain ult. Makes him a little bit too tanky, and Zoltar falls again.
Yeah, Rising Tide's top side is falling apart right now. Camille's got a second tower, and you know these are worth so much gold now. Camille and Talon are so far ahead, and I mean Virus and Meme Machine, they've got a lead, a great double kill. You know, Nautilus goes a bit too far forward, and he gets punished really well by a great Ziggs satchel and a great Bardo on Ezreal as well.
Super nice stun from the bot side of RC. I just don't know if it's going to be enough to save the mid. Well, not necessarily even the mid. The mid's somewhat even, but enough to save just the top side.
Yeah, this Camille and Talon, I mean, they're just a killer duo. Wherever they go, kills will happen.
the beast, maybe caught out by a meme machine. Didn't walk towards the wall there, I feel. Does manage to dodge away from the barbecue. Camille's here. Our meme machine is dead. You cannot be anywhere with the Camille is. Q does manage to pick up the snipe right at the end. Her TP's down. I'm just not sure how much she's going to be able to do. But then again, Big Ego Uwu is walking down. Maybe catches out the beast here, taking an unsafe path but up mid.
Yeah, but I'm not sure they know that Camille has stayed in this bush, so Ziggs has to be careful here.
Ziggs is that's not even Q2. That was Q1, Q2, dead. Ultimate. Ezreal is able to arcane shift away from Sylv, and now Sylv gets hit by doesn't manage to parry it. Is going to be able to get over the wall, but Camille just about makes it with hurry as well. That ignite's going to tick down and kill her. And Ego Uwu ults to try and get the health. Claw is just a little too scratched with the fingernails, not able to pick it up. But with 4 people here, you have to imagine, Big Ego Uwu is going to get taken down on the tower dive.
It's a complete disaster. Camille, after taking 2 towers, decides, alright, my bot lane needs help, and kills just galore.
Looking for this. Does get double stunned up, but Friedoline is here. Maybe you want to parkour off the wall, but doesn't want to risk it.
It's not quite enough damage. The Syndra doesn't come through. It probably wouldn't have been enough anyway, and they've still got the Herald.
Oh no, Syndra just gets hit by the claw, gets dragged forwards, Talon flashing forward, ulting. Meme Machine trying to ult the Talon away, but ends up ulting himself as well. He will have the stun up for this. Does not have the stun up. The Q follows the flash, but still, it looks like he's going to get out. Unless some incredible sort of snipe comes in here from Friedoline. No, he passed poorly, ends up getting hit under the turret. And that's another 2 kills for the side of TEG. Just collecting over and over again against our team.
You've got almost 10k gold lead, and they're going to get this mid tower here. Maybe Sylvcast can get a kill, but no.
Somewhat doubt it.
It's hectic. They are not giving your voice a break at all. They are fighting every opportunity. Camille and Talon are so fed, and even Swain now. You know, he's got his first item. Leandre's spike is really big on Swain. And yeah, it's going to be a 3rd dragon at 17 minutes.
You know what's hard to kill? A really accelerated Camille. What's even harder to kill is a really accelerated Camille with Ocean Soul. Especially when you got like you got tanky members. God, a really excited Swain with Ocean Soul is terrible enough. But you got Fiora, no, you got the Camille, you've got the Nautilus as well. Hell, even Ezreal built some tanky items. It's going to be
even Talon, you know, he's going the Gore Drinker build that all the assassins are going. He's got a lot more HP than you might expect.
Oh god, look, at this point, I want to be like, how does RT get back into the game? But they are 10k gold down at 17 minutes. Somehow, they've ended up in a worse situation than they were in last game. I think they're praying for a miracle here. There's no preserving the mental. I think all you can do is try and preserve your turrets, preserve your base. I say that Fiora is unable to defend that turret against Camille in the bot lane.
Yeah, Camille, trying to protect your thousands, Camille is a terrifying prospect, especially a 4-0 Camille. And to try and get back into this game, well, the sad thing is that you have to get shutdowns, but the shutdowns are on Camille and they're on Talon. But also, a great stun.
Stupid, I thought, just not enough damage. Flashed away from so close from the Syndra. If he popped Corrupting Pot for that kill, I think he would have died. Like, if he just popped Corrupting Pot when she ults. Slight misplay, but really nice to be able to look for that. It is looking to bite on the throws down. The beast, not afraid to eat forwards. Dancing with the death in pale moonlight. Ultimate coming through. Does not tag her.
Talon is here though.
With the Uwu emote, I think Zoltar is going to be Zoltar dead. I think it was an Uwu dead pun. Uwu's beast. Does that work? God, it's utter annihilation for the side of TG here.
Yeah, they have to try and get picks, and Ezreal might be the easiest to pick, but Zoltar stays a bit too long and he gets picked. But I like the idea. I mean, you're so far behind, you have to try and get kills.
It's the easiest to pick. That's a terrifying prospect.
Yeah. It's just he's the least likely to kill you back.
Very true. At least I can kill you first, even. God.
Oh, but...
Maybe looking for a fight here. 3 members of RT. God, I got a little bit of northern accent in there somehow. But 3 members of RT stacking up on the top side. Maybe trying to look for Schuldenboy, but they don't want to risk it. On the bot side,
be another kill bullet.
Just runs down. The breath buff as well makes it so hard to get away from.
Yeah, Fiora has to base now, and that means that Bard has to basically try and cover. Yeah, you need at least 2, maybe 3 people to stop this Camille from taking your towers, which means the rest of your team has got to play so scared. Ziggs wave clear is good, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough to stop this siege.
Gonna need stick in one lane as well at the time.
I mean, they've got a 12k gold lead. Baron is up, and
Baron's up, they're gonna go
20
for
minutes,
instant
they are going straight for it with Camille in the side lane.
Yeah, Camille's not, the most side member's not even here. It's just going to be able to apply pressure on their own. This could lead to a shutdown, right? We talked about how to get into the game. It's not even a 700 gold shutdown. It's only a 500 gold shutdown, though. I don't know if that's enough. 800 gold to match this Baron take when you're 10k down.
Like, Camille even sees Volibear. They see the jungler not near Baron, and the Bard does buy a lot of time.
They're scared. They've no. The xthexbeast is still happy to go for it. Tax off the TEG, just trying to preserve his life.
Okay, THICC equal is here. A huge damage on Swain.
Baron is going to reset. That is a kill bot lane though for the Camille. I think if they can just keep tying up the members of RT, they're going to win this fight. But then again, Mean Machine just goes down, unable to make it happen. Ziggs trying to throw bombs in, but THICC gets taken down. Talon on the top side, fight on the bottom side, killing yet more members of RT. And it's a total ace. It's a massacre. It's a slaughter. And I think this is an end, right? I mean,
they can't get the Baron, but Ezreal is going to get bot tower and is going to get the bot inhib as well. Or actually, maybe not.
Did end up dying on the tower dive.
Yeah, I mean, Sylvcast did amazingly. He got the trade kill on Camille. I mean, some heroics right there. And are they going to try rush? Oh, they didn't know if Nash was being taken.
Oh my god, no. That's so sad to see.
But they don't lose an inhib. Honestly, for 12k gold down, all they lost was an inhib tower, and they got the shutdown on Camille. I mean, great job by Sylvcast. I'm sad we didn't see it, but you managed to get a trade kill.
Honestly, terrifying prospect there. You're so far behind. You're 1 item versus like 3 almost.
Yeah.
Still managing to hold the line, be a trooper. I think if Sylvcast doesn't get that return kill, Camille can probably just push and end the game.
Yeah,
Gerry the Larry.
Exactly.
Oh no, Mean Machine trying to get some vision in the jungle, just getting absolutely blown up by the Camille.
Yeah, and they're going to lose their mid tower, and its Ocean Soul has just spawned at 22 minutes.
At least until it's 20-minute Baron. They think they got the Camille on the Friedoline, but they don't have any vision in the jungle. And Gerry the Larry just comes over the wall, pull back from THICC Eagle. The blue side has picked up the Ocean Soul, so that's TEG. Very luckily being able to get Ocean Soul here. And now Swain, look at how much health he has again. Look after that ult.
Yeah, and
Axe Officer, forcing the Paxton Virus. Still goes for the dive. Not able to make anything of it, but able to spot a huge hook by Schuldenboy. Managing to pack out THICC Eagle Uwu. Ult comes down for Zoltar. Massive 3-person ult from RT Mean Machine. I'm not sure they can do anything with it though. They do have the AoE damage from the Ziggs, but they're just healing up their entire pool with this Ocean Soul. Gyrus, Zoltar getting caught out. Unfortunately, the ult does not follow over the wall. Doesn't matter. Hit with the W. Pull back onto this. Onto RT Mean Machine. They're continuing. Gerry the Larry. Pushing on us. Flashing forwards over the wall. They're unafraid. They take out 4 members of RT. And I think they can push for the win here. They don't have the Syndra. They don't have the Bard. They don't have the Fiora. I think they can win. They can look for this.
Yeah, this could be. It looks like they're just going for 2 inhibs and they're going to back. Oh, maybe not. They're going for 2 and they're going to carry on. This could be RT falling out of playoffs.
Virus takes a huge chunk. I think it's so difficult to defend it. You are 15k gold out. Even if they repel this push, they got Ocean Soul, and Camille really love to have Ocean Soul. Perhaps looking to pick up the Beast. Does not manage to connect with the Q. Gerry the Larry just putting so much pressure down, standing there menacingly. And they settle for just 2 inhibitors. Probably. Please.
Ezreal is on vision, but he doesn't get here.
Does not get the reset off. Ezreal is the only one here. Schuldenboy does cancel this back. Never mind. Tax Officer TG is on vision. Does get stunned up. And finally, that 3-minute play is over. My goddamn voice. My heart as well, not just my voice.
Yeah, this seems really hard to come back from. Your 2 inhibs down on bot and mid. Baron is up. Ocean Soul. They're basing with 1 million gold. They get to spend everything. You need a heroic steal on this Baron, and then after that you need a heroic fight, and then you probably need another heroic fight after that. This is really difficult.
As Elder Dragon comes up, or stealing the Elder Dragon into a heroic fight. Because even with Elder Dragon, I know Elder Dragon's worth a lot. Is it worth like it deals 20% max health damage basically, right? I think 15k gold is worth one item on each member. I'd rather have an extra item than 50. Oh, Fiora over the wall, gets stunned up. It's just tickling, and that tickling is being.
There's no damage. Ziggs and Syndra aren't here yet, so they've got no damage on anyone they catch.
It's stressing out 4 on their own. Ult comes through for the steal, tries to go for it, isn't able to find it. Poke coming over the wall on Frick Ego Ulu. Damage trying to be looked for Gets it. The beast just goes over the wall as well. Please stop fighting so split. I can't look in 2 places at once. Fight down on Sylvcast. The beast is unable to do any damage at all. Meme Machine gets taken out in the Bard Tunnel. Baron gets picked up by TEG, and I think here they can push for the win. They do have wave clear from the side from Syndra, from RT Virus, but they're just double TPing down the bot side. I said they have wave clear. I mean, Syndra is just going to get absolutely collapsed on, and this has to be the win for TEG. Amazing for battle. Super hard stomp by TG, and we're not even going to be able to see the